Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Not Me, episode 9. It's been a while. My poor voice was literally gone for over 2 weeks. I was suffering so much because of that, because I wanted to continue watching this and I couldn't. But I'm back now. And we have so much to discuss. Like, what even was last episode? We got so much sexual tension between Yok and Dan. And then we had the sexual awakening with Sean. Then he handcuffed White, or let's call it Black because he believes it's Black. Then he called just White to go with him on patrol to watch that warehouse where Tawi is storing his drugs. And then he kissed him and said that the reason that he's still alive is because of the goal that he's fighting for right now, as in ending Tawi, and because of Black himself. Where did that come from? Someone needs to tell me where that came from, because I was overwhelmed. I had no idea what to do. Like, how did we even get here? But I'm not complaining. We are all the shippers, and I'm intrigued to know what this episode has in store for us, and I hope that we get to see more of Dan and Yok, because sadly I'm here for the second couple. I'm here more for the second couple than the original couple, and I feel so bad for Afghan because they are serving. The chemistry is insane between these two, but I can't help it. It's DanYok for me all the way. But yeah, let's see what this episode has in store for us. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. For the full uncut reaction, you can check out my Patreon. The link is in my description box below. And without further ado, let's start.
ถ้ากูไม่ใช่แบ็คที่มึงรู้จักมึงจะโอเคปะ
I don't think he cares if you're black or not. Aww. Yeah, the fast heartbeat. Oh, is that gonna wake him up? He woke up because of sex. He was like, I'm thriving for the gays. Okay, we gotta talk real quick. I feel bad for White because the problem here is Sean may have told him what he needed or wanted to hear, as in that technically he doesn't care if he is black. He just cares of who he has become. He has known Black as being arrogant, selfish, and only doing whatever the hell he wants without caring what he does to other people. And that's the vision that he always had. Now, after getting to know White and him believing that it's Black, he saw the development, as in he was capable to distinguish Black's personality from White's, and he's like, I've never seen you as good as this, as in I prefer you over the real Black. Sean fell in love with White because of the fact that he is so lovable. He is caring, he's thoughtful, and he is a great strategic. He wants them and their goal to succeed, but he doesn't want to put innocent lives at risk, as in this has more to do with his morals. He's like, we are breaking the law because we want to make a difference and we want to stand up for the people that don't have any voice. So of course, in order to do that, we will have to break the rules because we are being oppressed. So the only way for us to be capable to stand out in a certain sense right here in this crowd is if we actually make a statement. But the biggest problem here for White is more like the fact Sean still believes that this is Black. That's the biggest problem for White right now. He's not Black. So technically, White's biggest fear is to think that Sean actually fell in love with Black. So if White should say that he's not Black, then that wouldn't change a thing because Sean is still head over heels for Black. And if he should find out that there are brothers, then he would still choose Black over him, as in not caring about the different personalities, but just that he fell in love with black. That's like what's nagging on him. That's why he can't sleep, and that's why he keeps on being nervous when he's around him now. Because he's like, yeah, you like this new version of black. I'm a different person. You think that I'm black and you like my change in personality. Sean has known black for a very long time, and he has known his bad personality. Now, white coming into the picture and showing a completely different personality is what pulled Sean in. White's fear is knowing or having the fear that Sean felt attracted to black, or more like to white, because of the fact that he knew who black was, and he has the feeling that Sean believes that black changed because of the feelings that he started to develop for him. So that's like his fear, as in, if he finds out that I'm a completely different person, he will not like me anymore. He fears that if he tells Sean that he is not black, that he will not like him anymore. And that he only fell in love with black because he liked the fact that he changed so much. First is so disrespectful. He has no reason looking this fine. He says, let me visit my boy. After he saw his dick, it was over for him.
ขอแจ้งความหน่อยครับคุณตำรวจเฮ้ยน้องกลับไปก่อนเดี๋ยวมีคนเห็น
No, you can't just shoo me out.
เป็นตำรวจเนี่ยมาไล่ประชาชนออกจากโรงพักไม่ได้นะโอ้จะมาชวนไปกินข้าวไปปะ
Let's go.
พี่เช็คประวัติน้องไปแล้วเช็คประวัติเลยเหรอนี่พี่
I
รู้เรื่องผม
knew
มาแล้วนี่
it.
ก็ที่พี่เช็คประวัติผมอะพี่สนใจผมปะ
Yes.
สนใจ
Oh.
กินข้าวไปเลยนะ
First needs to leave me alone, y'all. He just, no. Please leave. Oh, wow. A slender death. Wow. Did Dan kill Sean's father? And we know that. That's why Dan couldn't make it up to the person he wronged in the past. Because he did.
ผมทำเขาตายนะครับ
มันเป็นคนร้ายถ้าเขาให้เราจับกุมดีๆก็ไม่มีอะไร
Sean's father, sadly, was aware, so he knew he was selling drugs. And it's very difficult for Sean to actually accept that his father was a drug dealer. If Tawi is behind it or not, we don't know yet, but it actually seems that it wasn't just one person. So it was two. So it actually seems that it was orchestrated by Tawi. These were like his henchmen in a certain sense, his followers. And he was like, you are trafficking these drugs, I don't know, to a different warehouse where they can be supplied to different kind of customers. So they were stopped by the police. They knew that they wouldn't get out of it because I don't know, but I would assume that the entire truck was filled with these drugs. I would assume that the one next to him was the one that gave the orders during that mission. And he was like, if I tell you to run, you run, because they knew they wouldn't get out of it. So they were both in on it. They both knew that they were trafficking drugs. It wasn't just accidental. So Sean's father was actually completely aware of it and he went along. So this was his fault. If he would have stopped and he would have actually allowed them to arrest him, it wouldn't have happened that he died. They wouldn't have needed to use force. Now that was one thing. I feel bad for Sean because his father did it to himself. He could have stopped and he could have allowed the police to arrest him, but he didn't want to. So that was literally him not feeling remorse and saying, I don't want to go into prison, knowing that I've screwed up big time. So he was like, you can kill me for all I care. I'm not going to go into prison. So that was him also not caring what would happen to his family if he should get caught. So I can't defend Sean's father. Sadly, Sean's father actually was a criminal. But Tawi is not innocent on this. It actually seems that Sean's father was just another one of Tawi's workers. So I can't defend Sean's father. I feel bad for Sean because I have the feeling that deep down he knew that it was more his father's doing, but he wanted to have any kind of reason to blame it on Tawi because he wants to keep his father in his mind as a hero. And the fact that he can't makes him mad because he truly loved his father and he doesn't want to have a bad memory of his father because of the fact that he loved him so much. But this is literally confirmation that his father was a bad guy. His father was a criminal. So it literally is tarnishing Sean's beautiful vision that he had of his father. And there's nothing anyone can do about this. Now, one thing. The second thing, I don't like what his partner said. Like, yes, of course, they were criminals, but just because I am a criminal, it doesn't mean that you have the right to shoot me. Okay? As in, to shoot me dead. You have a right to capture me, to drag me to the police station, and depending on how horrible I screwed up, you have the right to put me in jail. That, yes, I agree. But you don't have the right just because I'm running away from you. You don't have the right to immediately kill me. No. He literally just said, considering the fact that we are officers, we are policemen, we have the right to shoot someone if they try to escape our authority. No. You only have the right to shoot your opponent if they are shooting back at you. They were just running away. So your duty as a policeman would have been to run after them and to drag them to the police station. You didn't. You immediately ran to the gun. So I appreciate, in a certain sense, that's like the only thing I can actually say about the situation. I appreciate that Dan is like, I feel like shit because I feel like this is not the right way to deal with things. While his partners are like, they ran away from authority, so they got shot. That's what they deserve. No. And I feel bad for Dan because I don't think that he knows that he actually shot Sean's father. He actually tried to make it up by saving innocent people because he didn't know how to make it up to Sean's father because he did. So of course there's no way for him to could be capable to redeem himself in the eyes of the person he wronged because the person he wronged is dead. But in my eyes, if he wants to make peace with his past, the only way for him to do that is if he would tell Sean that it was him. Because Sean is like the only person in the end of the day that truly got to feel the pain of his father's loss. Because the mother died, and considering the fact that the father was dead too, he was an orphan and he needed to fend for himself. If he wants to be capable to move on and get this huge guilt off his chest, he needs to apologize to Sean. And he needs, in a certain sense, to make it up to Sean. But this is... But that's not the way to do it. It's like they are punishing you just as much as you're punishing yourself. And how long do you want to wait? How long has it been since you killed the father? His mom. Oh.
ที่จริงกูทรงตัวได้
แล้วเมื่อกี้คืออะไรอ่ะ
He wanted you to hug him.
กูแค่อยากกระโดดมาก่อนมึงนะ
เดี๋ยวเหอะ
กูยอมแพ้แล้วก็ได้ขอมาเลยเร็วๆมึงแพ้
You have no right to say anything. Just no penetrating on the street. I'm always so happy when I see first. I can't. I'm sorry. Oh, he being followed. Put your head down. How do they know what he looks like? Don't stay too long down there. This is not a good place for a blowjob.
แม่เขาทักทายอ่ะเขาถามว่าเป็นเพื่อนเหรอ
ไม่ใช่เพื่อนครับ
Boyfriend. I'm older. And we like older men. They're experienced. Yeah, don't listen to me.
เริ่มจะอันตรายเกินตัวพวกน้องแล้วนะ
พี่จะช่วยยังไงเหรอ
ช่วยพวกน้องปลอดภัยไอ้เรื่องผิดกฎหมายที่พวกน้องทำอยู่อ่ะพี่ก็อาจจะทำไม่ได้หรอกแต่พี่ก็อยากจะช่วย
You're being
สิ่งที่พี่
But
ทำได้
where are we even going with this? This man is doing just as much unlawful business than these guys. He is painting. He is painting about social criticism. His work is all about social criticism. That's why the cops are also after his sorry ass when he paints. And now he's like, I can support you when you do unlawful things. Bitch, you're being the same. You're doing the exact same thing, yet you are lecturing Yok about doing unlawful things and that you can support him when he does those unlawful things, yet you are doing the exact same thing. You are a hypocrite, sir. You are a hypocrite. Like you are doing the exact same thing. You are going against the law because you're trying to stand up for the voices that are not being heard by society. And you are lecturing him for trying to speak out for the voices that are not being heard. You are a hypocrite. Which is... Oh!
พี่แน่ใจเหรอ
Yes.
งั้นพี่สัญญามาสิ พี่จะไม่ทิ้งกัน
I will never leave you, sir. Never.
พี่สัญ
Too
ญา
late for that. Those are just words.
แค่
Prove
คำ
it.
พูดมันไม่พอหรือเปล่า
Ooh.
หืม
Stop. Let's go. Oh my god, yes.
พี่จะได้ไม่ลืมคำสัญญาของเรา
Kill me. Oh, I got my ship. It's over.
แกจะไปห่วงมันทำไมวะ มันไม่เคยแคร์กันเลยนะเว้ย
เราไม่อยากเป็นแค่ผู้หญิงที่วิ่งตามผู้ชายมันโคตรน่าสมเพชเลย
What I don't like the most about this is that he talked down on Black. Sadly, he doesn't know that it's white, but ignoring that, the problem here is she's mad at him for, in a certain sense, meddling in her business because she has the feeling that she's pathetic if Black knows that she's still in love with him, even though, like, it's been a few days, so it's obvious that she's still in love with him if she truly had those powerful feelings for him. Like, it will take time for her to move on. So, considering the fact that she doesn't want to look pathetic, or in a certain sense, she doesn't want to give Black the feeling that he was capable to break her, she's mad that our little boy over here decided to make it his mission to try to get Black to get back together with her. And she doesn't like it because she's like, it looks pathetic if I keep on running after him when it's obvious that he doesn't like me. The sad thing is, she doesn't know that it isn't Black. She thinks that Black can't say that he likes her, so she's like, he doesn't love me anymore, so I need to find a way to move on. So she doesn't like him meddling in their business. The problem here is, Graham loves Eugene. So he wants to find everything in his power to make sure that she's happy, which is, in this particular circumstance, it's better to let it go. You can't meddle with romantic love. Family love is something different, if you guys want my opinion. Like, a family, they fight so often, but if there is real love there, they will come back. With romantic love, in my eyes, it's a little different. Family love is the most powerful love there is. But romantic love actually tackles the heart. That's why you say you have a heartache. And because of the fact that you actually grow fond of them, in a certain sense, you grow addicted not only to them as a person, but also to their body. It's a different kind of heartache as when you lose your best friend, okay? Because a physical attraction, and you actually being capable to explore that physical attraction with your partner, it gives you a different kind of pleasure. Like, this all has to do then with lust, with desire, etc. So it kind of enhances the feelings, as in the romantic feelings you have for that person. So the heartache when you break up with someone that you're in love with, it hurts like hell. And it hurts more at first than when your best friend leaves you. But the best friend love and the family love is much more powerful and hurts more than the romantic love. Why? Because romantic love, it tackles the heart, but sooner or later you're capable to move on from that. But if you truly have loved your best friend or your family member, you will always feel pain when thinking back to your moments with them and the happy times you spent with them. You will always miss them and you will always want to go back with them. Because there is like this deeper, more profound love there. That's why in my eyes, romantic love is not as powerful as family or best friend love. But romantic love at first hurts more because it literally tackles the heart. Them making out and them being spied on.
แบล็กนี่มันยังไงกัน มันมากกว่านั้นใช่ไหมอะ
At least he respects her enough to say is they should have explained it a little more. Like I was doing an analysis about their relationship in the early episodes, but they never actually showed that she has romantic feelings for Sean. Oh my god! This must be Black. We don't know where he is. Oh my god.
เป็นไงบ้าง ก็ดี
Oh, well, he just came out of the hospital. I'm well.
พี่สบายดีไหม แล้วมึงอะ สบายดี
Oh, stop. I think Hawk says a lot more things than any words can. It can show so much love.
แล้วนี่
I'm slaying them, aren't I? Yes.
ผมอยากรู้ว่าใครทำพี่ ผมเลยปลอมตัวเข้าอยู่ในแก๊ง
He says you're stupid.
เป็นยาอ่อนปะเนี่ย
Damn.
ว่าถ้าใครทำเราให้สู้กลับ
แต่กูไม่อยากให้มึงเอาชีวิตมาเสี่ยง
พี่ยังไม่กลัวเลย
But you're doing the
แล้วทำไม
same.
เขาบอกว่าอยากเจอพี่อะ
กูเลิก
But that's
คุย
his
กับเขาไปนานแล้ว
business.
เขาหน่อยเถอะ
กูไม่ไป
No.
ทำไมอะพี่
First of all, my poor child Wild. My poor child Wild. No. I feel bad for White. But ignoring that, coming back to Black, first of all, is he even allowed to be out of the hospital already? But ignoring that, there is something that is weighing on my mind. It's the fact that he said the people that aren't afraid of death aren't afraid of death because they have never been at death's door. I've been there and trust me, you don't want to be there. Question here is, if he already knows what it feels like to be at death's door, maybe he already was in a coma before, or maybe he's considering the coma he was in for a few months. I don't know how long White has been pretending to be Black already, but maybe he's considering to the coma he was just in, and he's like, you don't want to be there. I know that the thing I'm doing right now could get me into serious trouble, and I don't want you to risk your life. This is way too dangerous. This is way more than what you signed up for. And you shouldn't have to be in that situation. Like, I decided that, but I want better for you. So, I want you to stay out of this. I never wanted you to be part of this because I know the danger that I put myself in. And I don't want you to be in that kind of danger. Like, I decided that I needed to make a stand, and that's why I decided to take the risk. But I don't want you to have to take that risk, so you stay out of this. One thing. The second thing, we don't know exactly what happened with the mother, but if we remember correctly, in the first episode, we know that the incident that happened, that both of them almost died because of the connection they had, the narrator said that the mom used that opportunity to separate these two. So, the fact that Black hates the mom could be because of that. Because she was the reason that they were separated in the first place. So he's like, you screw off. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. He was my emotional attachment. He was my life, and you took him out of my life just because you said so. You had no right to do that. You didn't think of my feelings, and you didn't think of what it could do to me personally if I would lose my light. You didn't care. So, I will not care about you or your feelings or what you could go through if you should lose me as your son. So he cut all ties. I understand why, because he's like, she's still our mother and etc. Like, she seems to be sorry, whatever. Just go talk to her. No. There are a lot of people that deal with situations differently. White seems to be the person that truly cares in general about people, so he would be more reluctant to be like, you know what, it's okay, I forgive you. Black, on the other hand, he is insanely stubborn, cold-blooded. He does not seem to care, as in he's not very much in touch with his humanity. And I did say that it could come from the fact that he lost his emotional attachment. White, and also Eugene, because he did let her go before he got attacked by Tawi's men. But Black is the person that says, no, until here and not further. This is what you did. You did this to yourself. You need to deal with the consequences of your actions. This is what you wanted, so that's what your ugly ass gets. He's consequential. He says, this is what you did, and this is what you get. You and I are strangers from now on. You did this to yourself. So he's like, goodbye. White, on the other hand, he would be more reluctant to be like, come on, okay, I'm gonna forgive you. Black is like, no, forget it. And to be quite honest, I respect that. I respect Black for that opinion. Because there are a lot of people that continue going back to the toxic person because they literally care so much about them that they don't care if they damage them in the process. Black is consequential. And he is like, you screwed me once, and that was it. You're not getting a second chance from me. You killed me once, shame on me. Kill me twice, shame on you. You're not getting a second chance from me. Goodbye. I respect that. You pretended to be him. He has every right to take back his
แล้วนอกจาก
identity.
ผมพี่เจอใครอีกหรือเปล่า
ไม่นะ
แล้วไอ้ตอดอะ
เจอไอ้ตอดเหรอ
แล้วก็ช่วยผมปลอมตัวเข้าไปอยู่ในแก๊งแทนที่พี่อะ
He's the one that put him in the
มึงโด
hospital?
นมันหลอกละ
พี่หมายความว่าไงนะ
ก็ไอ้เหี้ยตอดนั่นแหละ เป็นคนทำร้ายกู
Stop! We are not losing Yok. We are not losing Yok. If we're losing Yok, you're losing me as the viewer. Because, no. We're not losing Yok. Not on my watch. But like, damn, I did say that Todd was a little suspicious back in the day. When they were in the car, I did that analysis. The only person that actually knew that Black got hurt was Todd. So how could he know if he wasn't the one that orchestrated it all? No one seemed to be surprised in that damn group that Black was there. They were all just asking, where the hell have you been? The only person that actually knew that he got hurt was Todd. So it was because he was the one that orchestrated it. That doesn't make sense. What? Hold up. Hold up. Wait. Hold up. Did Todd use White? He got mad in the last episode because White didn't text him or didn't keep him updated about what the group was up to. Was that all a strategy? Did he maybe also was the reason that White's father decided to bring White back to Thailand in order for him to become a diplomat there? Did he hurt Black on purpose, knowing that White was there in Thailand? And he knew that White would be, in a certain sense, that naive that he would be like, you know what? Yes, I will take place in that group and I will find out who hurt my brother. Just so that he could use White in order to get information out of the group. That's why he wanted him to tell him everything that's going on in the group. He's fighting against the group. Todd is fighting against the group. So that means that his ideals go against what Black, Graham, Yok, and Sean are trying to fight for. Is this man more dangerous than Tawi? Is he just as bad as Tawi? No! Don't be doing all of this to me. No! No! Don't do this to me! I just came back! I can't. Next episode is gonna be very interesting. I hope that Black doesn't screw up too much with the rest of the group, because that's gonna be a huge ass whiplash, especially since White and Sean did the tango. Oh god. I would have to fear that Sean kisses Black out of nowhere. Oh god. Yeah, that was it from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.